Imagine being born into a royal family, yet finding yourself voiceless when it matters most. Prince Harry, once the bold rebel of the monarchy, is now painted as a man without power, overshadowed by a wife whose media strategies spark global headlines. The story of Meghan Markle and Harry is no longer just about love and independence. It has become a case study in control, image, and influence. Tonight, we pull back the curtain on the Sussex saga, how Meghan's media moves from Netflix deals to celebrity alliances have shaped the narrative while Harry's presence seems to fade into silence. Are we witnessing a man losing his voice, or a careful strategy gone wrong? Welcome to our channel, where we uncover the stories behind the headlines. In this video, we'll explore Meghan's PR machine, Harry's diminishing influence, and what this power struggle means for the monarchy and for their future. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will change how you see the Duke and Duchess of Sussex forever. To understand the current storm around Harry and Meghan, we need to rewind. Prince Harry grew up in the spotlight, beloved for his charm, rebellious streak, and military service. Meghan Markle, an actress with ambition and charisma, entered the royal stage with a promise of modernizing the monarchy. Their marriage in 2018 was celebrated worldwide as a fresh chapter for the royal family. But behind the fairy tale wedding came fractures. Tensions with the palace, strained ties with William and Kate, and accusations of unfair press coverage pushed the couple to step back from royal duties in 2020. They sought freedom and found it in California. Deals with Netflix, Spotify, and publishing giants positioned them as global power players. Yet cracks soon appeared. High-profile projects faltered, partnerships collapsed, and critics accused Meghan of chasing headlines while sidelining Harry. Now questions loom: is their empire losing steam, and has Harry become a passenger in his own story? Before we dive deeper, what do you think? Is Harry a strategist behind the scenes, or has he truly been pushed into silence? Share your thoughts in the comments. At the heart of this story lies one striking revelation. Prince Harry, once seen as a bold truth-teller, is now portrayed as a man overshadowed by Meghan's relentless pursuit of media dominance. The so-called prince without power image has grown stronger with every move and every misstep. Take their Netflix series, for example. Billed as a groundbreaking documentary, it was instead criticized as overly controlled, carefully curated, and more about Meghan's image than Harry's voice. Insiders suggest Harry's perspective was trimmed down, leaving him appearing more like a supporting act than an equal partner. The very platform meant to amplify his story ended up reinforcing his silence. Then came the publishing empire. Penguin Random House gambled on Harry's memoir Spare, which caused a media storm with its candid revelations. But beyond the initial buzz, the narrative shifted. Critics argued the book exposed personal wounds without delivering lasting credibility. Meanwhile, Meghan's projects, from her Archetypes podcast to rumored Hollywood scripts, positioned her as the creative driver, even as Spotify pulled the plug on their deal due to underwhelming performance. Public perception reflects this imbalance. Meghan is seen as the strategist, the one pulling strings, while Harry often looks reactive or sidelined. Even celebrity connections with Serena Williams, Mariah Carey, and others appear tied more closely to Meghan's orbit than Harry's. This image was cemented when high-profile executives like Spotify's team dismissed the couple as not delivering on their lofty promises. The royal institution, by contrast, plays the long game. William and Kate steadily maintain their public roles, projecting stability and continuity. Every misstep by Harry and Meghan only reinforces the contrast: a monarchy that thrives on control versus a couple struggling to control their own brand. The core revelation is clear: Harry's influence has faded, his role shrinking into the shadow of Meghan's PR machine. What was meant to be a partnership of equals now looks to many like a one-sided power dynamic. And the question remains, is this Harry's choice or Meghan's victory in the battle for narrative control? But here's the twist: the very machine Meghan built to amplify their story may now be turning against them. The cause and effect cycle around Harry and Meghan is complex but telling. By stepping away from the royal family, they gained freedom, yet lost the institutional machinery that protected and polished their image. In its place, Meghan attempted to build her own PR empire, but without the discipline, traditions, and discretion that define the monarchy. The result, a brand that is flashy but fragile. For Harry, this shift has been particularly damaging. His identity, once rooted in service and duty, has become entangled in Meghan's commercial ventures. Each project that fails to meet expectations chips away at his credibility. Spare sold millions, yes, but its long-term impact was not dignity restored, but ridicule in tabloids and waning sympathy among even his supporters. The man who once embodied royal resilience is now painted as a casualty of his wife's ambition. The impact on different groups is equally striking. Fans of Meghan see her as a fighter against an archaic system, while critics frame her as manipulative and opportunistic. For Harry, however, the divide is starker. Royal loyalists accuse him of betrayal, while others pity him as a sideline figure. Economically, the Sussex brand is at risk. Corporate partners expect steady delivery, not sporadic controversy. Netflix and Penguin Random House may think twice before investing at the same scale again. Socially, their credibility suffers when claims clash with reality. For example, promoting privacy while signing multi-million-dollar deals for tell-all content creates a narrative of hypocrisy. Politically, while Meghan is rumored to harbor aspirations beyond Hollywood, her standing in American society is fragile, often hinging on celebrity culture rather than genuine influence. And here lies the most unsettling truth. Harry, once the face of royal independence, is now the cautionary tale of what happens when influence isn't carefully managed. Meghan's dominance in their public image may win her headlines, but Harry's diminishing presence signals a partnership where balance has been lost. But what if history is simply repeating itself? Could the struggles of Harry and Meghan mirror other famous royal fractures and reveal where their future might be heading? History has a way of repeating itself. Royal watchers quickly point to the echoes of past scandals, from the abdication of King Edward VIII to the turbulent marriage of Charles and Diana. In both cases, personal desires clashed with royal duty, leaving behind a trail of controversy and reshaping the monarchy's image. Globally, the Sussex drama resonates because it mirrors wider cultural battles: tradition versus modernity, institutions versus individual freedom, and controlled narratives versus celebrity-driven branding. In America, Meghan and Harry are often compared to Hollywood power couples, but in Britain, their saga is seen as a breach of loyalty and stability. The cultural implications run deeper. To some, Meghan represents empowerment and resistance to outdated hierarchies. To others, she embodies opportunism and self-promotion. Harry's role as the powerless prince only sharpens this divide, highlighting how personal choices can reverberate across nations and institutions. And that's why this story hits so hard, because it isn't just about two people. It's about identity, loyalty, and the price of walking away from power. Prince Harry's journey from bold royal rebel to a so-called prince without power is a story layered with ambition, love, and consequence. Meghan's media machine has undeniably shifted the narrative, but in doing so, it has also cast Harry into a quieter, almost secondary role. What began as a quest for freedom has turned into a battle for credibility, and the world is still watching to see who wins. Here's the takeaway: influence without balance can quickly become vulnerability. Meghan may dominate headlines, but Harry's fading presence raises an uncomfortable truth: can their brand survive if the prince himself appears powerless? Now I'd love to hear from you. Do you think Harry is willingly stepping back, or has he been pushed into the background by Meghan's strategy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown revealing, don't forget to subscribe and join us for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world. In the next video, we'll explore how the palace is quietly tightening its grip while the Sussexes face growing challenges. Thousands are already tuning in. Don't miss out on the conversation.